How you doing, YouTube? EJ Boxing Live here with another Game of Thrones, Blood of My Blood, season 6, episode 6. I tell you what, man, this is a good season. It's a good episode. We're gonna go into it. These styles. What was your take? Actually, you know what? Before I get it, because I'm gonna say a take. Before I get into it, so the season started, episode 6, Blood of My Blood. After Hodor, obviously everyone's upset with Hodor. Hodor's died, holding the door. Bran's being carried through the snow, and there's flashbacks. We get flashbacks of the Mad King, Iceman, the girls carrying through. Bran obviously comes and saves her, takes her away. These stars. What's your take on the flashback? Bran, obviously, just the whole thing with Bran coming back, and obviously the flashbacks. What's your take?
I like the flashbacks, man. The burn 'em all flashbacks. The Mad King, you know what I mean? It also kind of showed, it didn't show it happening, but it showed when Jaime took out a sword. I guess when he was about to, finish off the Mad King and stuff. Also, I noticed, I don't know if you noticed, it showed like Ned Stark, that is, and then it kind of showed like it was really quick, but like a handful of blood, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means that he helped his sister like give birth to Jon. If in fact he is the son of Lyanna, Yeah. They're gonna touch base on some of those things, but the one thing I noticed, I don't know if you noticed it, was the wildfire in the hallway of the dungeon. Did you see that?
Yeah. What's that mean? A lot of people have been talking about it. I didn't really.
Well,
Go ahead.
Look, we got to go back to season 2, the House of the Undying, when Daenerys is, looking at things in the future, and she's in the throne room, and it's all burned down.
Mm-hmm.
I think something's going to happen where King's Landing is going to burn down, I believe. Maybe it won't be this season or something, but it's going to burn down. Maybe when the real war starts, but that's what I think that was, man. But I like the flashbacks. A lot of teasers. When Bran woke up, he was like, they found us, and then Cold Hands comes out, which nobody expected. I mean, he's a character from the book, but nobody expected him to pop up here. It was literally out of nowhere, and he obviously killed some of the whites, but where were the White Walkers though? They just stayed behind. Like I don't.
Yeah, but one of the White Walkers got killed. And remember them things, they were the ones killing Hodor, so they're going to be the first ones. They're the ones who run through. Like the White Walkers are walking. Them guys can run faster. You how quickly they went to the top of the tree and jumped down through into the cave. So we know the White Walkers. They take their time with everything, but they ain't no hurry. They just they're always walking. They don't run.
True.
So that's why. But Bran coming back, yeah. He ain't Bran no more. He got the White Walkers nearly changed him, and the children, they saved him, right?
They saved him, but he's basically like, I guess he's dead too. The Uncle Benjen,
half dead.
With magic.
He's half zombie. Yeah. What do they mean? Like, so they.
That's a good word for it. He's like a zombie. He's like a live zombie.
Yeah,
but he still has his mind. His human mind.
Go ahead.
Well, I think that's what Uncle Benjen is, although I'll be honest with you, though, that whole scene should have been the finale of the show. Episode.
Really?
They should have done that till the end, yeah, because we've been waiting for Uncle Benjen for what now, since season 1?
Yeah.
Since he left the wall?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I was a little I don't know about you, underwhelmed. Like, I thought it would be more of a surprise when Uncle Benjen, it's like, okay, we have a whole show left. I think that should have been the finale. Not the season, but the show.
What's the
where
thing
he reveals himself?
What's the big thing with Benjen, though? I don't understand why everyone's so caught up on Benjen. Like, I don't understand. Like, what? I mean, he's the uncle. He's Ned's brother, and he's the uncle of Bran. But other than that, like, I don't understand why people want him to come back. Like, he didn't do anything. I saw anything.
Well, the importance of Benjen kind of faded away, though, because if you think about it, season 1, like mid-season, he goes north of the wall, right? So with a bunch of with some of the best like rangers, you know, the best fighters and stuff.
Yeah.
Disappear. They never come back, and everybody kind of forgot about them for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what happened to them, or like the mystique of it got lost? Because by now we've already seen the undead. You know what I mean? We've already seen them kill like. We've already seen the White Walkers. Like, you know what I mean? So that's why it seems now like it's not a big deal and stuff. But maybe Uncle Benton should have been discovered like 2 seasons ago. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I would have think so. So, hey, what's your take on seeing the Mad King yelling, "Burn them all"? Like, I mean, the wildfire. Why? What I took from the wildfire is that he used that to burn people alive in it because the king was mad. He used to, because he is the one of the kings used it because they wanted to turn into the dragon and they ended up burning themselves. So the wildfire was there underneath the castle at the time. Tyrion used it himself to deal with what's his name again, Baratheon. What's his name, Stannis. He uses Stannis. So they know they've got loads of supply of dragon fire down there, and over the age it gets more powerful. So what that to me wasn't anything, but seeing the Mad King. Seeing the flashback of the Mad King, whoa, I was like, wow, they actually showed the kid burn them all. And obviously Jamie and stuff. So that's the flashback to me. It was pretty good, but seeing the Mad
It's that obsession with fire that he has. And this is what I know this is a big leap. But when we get to the Daenerys part, I'm going to tell you my theory on the burn them all thing. I'll tell you when we get to Daenerys.
Okay, no problem. All right, so we're going to get to Sam Tully and Gilly and the baby. So they're traveling to see his dad and going back there, and he gets there and nice reception from his mom and his sister and whatever. But it was all right until the dad comes. You know, dad starts probing questions, and the dad finds out that Gilly's a wild and he properly disrespects her. They leave the table. Sam's just sitting there quivering of his dad. He was obviously scared of his dad. They decide anyway, you're gonna leave her here, and then he changes his mind, takes the sword. He said, obviously, the dad said that sword's been in our family for a million years. And Sam finally finds some. Gillian actually defends him, tells him about obviously Sam's killed a White Walker and killed one of the wildlings, one of the tough wildlings as well. So she big stand up for him. But him taking the sword was a big step, and taking Gilly. I don't know where he's going, to be honest with you, with the sword, because it was interesting that he left the boat in there to escort because obviously his dad's there. They escorted him to the thing. So when they're leaving, who's going to be escorting him back out? You know, I'm interested in that. And I'm thinking, Sam, you know, even though you've got the sword, you don't even have to wield it. You don't even have to wield it, to be honest with you. I know you killed one of the White Walkers. So I'm interested to see where it goes. What's your take on that little scenario, on that little bit? The whole thing with Sam and Gilly, the whole thing with the sword and that.
Well, you know, they get there. Obviously, the mom obviously still loves Sam. You know, she doesn't have a problem with him. You could tell he's a mama's boy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that was his problem growing up, too much of a mama's boy. But and obviously his sister likes him. You know, she likes her brother and stuff. I don't even think his younger brother, had a problem with him either. You know, about how he went hunting and this and that. But I think what the dad was kind of like living with it, you know. But once, what's your name again? The wildling girl?
Oh, Gilly.
Yeah, once she decided to reveal that she's a wildling, I mean, the dad lost it. You know, I mean, he just, at that point, he wasn't even referring to her as her or whore. Like, he was referring to her as it, you know, IT.
Mm-hmm.
You bring it to my table, like it's not even human. Like, you know what I mean? And the dad basically at that point, when the mom excused herself, he's like, oh, you know, just to please my wife, we'll keep that girl here, and she can work in the kitchens. And your bastard son, like, he'll be raised here, and you will never come back. You know, he just made that clear. He reminds me of Tywin, man. He reminds me of Tywin Lannister.
Yeah, that's what they said. They did say that. They said he's actually more ruthless than Tywin.
He's pretty ruthless on Sam, that's for sure, man.
Yeah, Sam.
I mean, this is the heir to his house, and he just sent him to Castle Black to quote unquote make him a man. You know, but I will say this though, it doesn't take away the fact that the dad's an asshole. Okay, Lord Charlie's a fucking asshole. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, Sam is such a wuss, man. Like, I mean, it's I don't like. I know this is sound bad, but I don't blame the dad for being disappointed in his eldest son.
Really?
He's just big. He's fat. You know, he refused to learn how to fight. He has no balls. He has no backbone. I mean, the dad's just talking shit to him, and he just like quivers and looks down. Like it's, you know, it doesn't make the dad a good person, but I understand where he's coming from. I guess you could say.
Mm.
You know, like if you're gonna pass on your house and your sword and your castle like to somebody, you want it to be in the hands of somebody that could defend it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think from the dad's perspective, again, I need to make this clear. It doesn't mean he's a good person, right? And you know, but I understand why he's disappointed in Sam, man. Sam spent all that time in Castle Black. Didn't learn how to fucking wield the sword, man. Like it's sad, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is, it sounds like Tyrion. Tyrion doesn't know how to wield a sword, but he's very deadly with his brain.
Oh,
you know?
but did you ever see Tyrion quivering on his feet when his dad talked to him?
No, that's what you got a good point there. That's a very good
also
point.
Tyrion. I mean, Tyrion is not a fighter, but he still grabbed that axe and started swinging. You know, when he had to.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, you're right. But then, yeah. All right, you got a good point, but all right, you got a good point, but I don't understand like he wants his dad to be a wielding warrior to continue his name. He's actually more smarter than that, and because the other son looks like he's about it though. What do you think? The other son looks like he's about that life, isn't it? He looks like he's he reminds me of his son, other son, his brother. So his brother reminds me of Jamie Lannister, good looking guy. He looks like he'd be able to wield it.
Exactly. You know, like I think he's kind of, even when he said something like, you could tell though that his younger brother like wanted to get along with Sam, but he kind of like didn't want to because the dad was there.
Okay.
But when he finally like got the courage to say like, yeah, we hunted and I shot it from 70 feet away, and having a conversation with his brother, and his dad even salutes him for it. You know, and it's like it seemed like they were all just getting along, and it's just. The dad just decided to be an asshole, you know, when Sam tried to get the bread.
Yeah, oh, that was terrible.
He told him, like, you're fat enough. It's just like, damn, man. It's just like, poor kid.
Oh, man.
And you even looked, when he was like talking down to Sam, like his brother was just like quiet. Look, he looked kind of awkward, like he didn't know what to say, you know.
Yeah, but you know the thing is, yeah, in them households, they were respectful of their fathers. Even what's his Bran and the thingy, you know what I'm saying? In each household, they know. I don't see anyone being when the dad starts disrespecting, especially Tywin when he starts going in, and not everyone keeps quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like no one really. I know it's an arsehole, but like I think they're quite. Even with the Frey, Walter Frey, he's bloody rude as well. And no one, you see, everyone just quivers in their boots because I think they have some sort of respect because the guy's done a lot, and maybe he's, they heard he's a proper good warrior as well. His dad can fight, man. So I think it's the case of that as well. His dad can kick his ass, man.
I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, Tarly's, he's just a ruthless guy. You know, I think, again, I just got to look at it from his perspective. You know, he wanted a son, like a manly son, a warrior, the heir to his throne. That's what he wanted. But he got Sam, and Sam has his own gifts. He's a smart guy. He's a book smart kind of guy.
Yeah.
But Dad doesn't care about that. I mean, he just told his dad, like, I'm going to become, most families will be okay with it. Like, I'm going to go become a maester and stuff, Most families would actually be okay with that. Like, damn, my son's super smart. He's going to go be a maester. Tarly doesn't care about that. He does not want his son to be a maester.
Yeah.
He even told him, you heard him, right? Like, I thought, like, sending to Castle Black was going to make you a man, and, he's really disappointed, Tarly, to say the least. So, but I will say this, though. He's like the cool asshole, Like, ever since Tywin died, I've been wanting a guy like that in the show, and we finally got it, so that's good.
Yeah, another thing as well, I think he sent him to the Black so the other son could take his legacy maybe as well. And maybe that might have been a strategy for for Thingy Tony. That man showing.
Yeah, let's say hypothetically, right? Let's say Samuel would have lost a lot of weight, learned how to fucking fight like a Jon Snow or something like that.
Yeah.
Hardy would have loved his son. Like, he would have been like, oh my God, like, I made the right choice by sending you to Castle Black. I knew it would turn you into a man, right?
Yeah.
And I think maybe on at that, Lord Tarvin, you know?
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, that's our take on that bit. So let's move on to what's her name again? The lady from the Reach. What's her name again? Oh, good. Tommen. What's the queen's name? Marjorie Tyrell. Marjorie Tommen, whatever her name is, or whatever. Marjorie Lannister, or whatever it is. Marjorie Baratheon. It'll be Marjorie Baratheon, by the way, because they're married. So Marjorie's there in the keep. She's talking to Tommen, and she's saying she's done bad ways. And this is confusing. Last week she's talking to her brother, stay strong. Brother said he can't stand it no more. He needs to get out. This week she look like she's drunk the Kool-Aid. She's drunk the Kool-Aid and she's good. And she's trying to tell Tommen she wasn't that bad. She's much better. And she basically convinced Tommen, in my opinion, that Tommen, should join in with the Faith Militant and they become one. And in that little whole scenario, she doesn't have to do the walk. And I was disgusted. I want to see some bloodshed, and they need to be outed, and then they never got it. And that's why I'm upset with this episode. So I was peed at this bit. So what's your take on that bit?
Look, this is why when Robert Baratheon was dying in his deathbed, this is why he wanted Ned Stark to be, presiding as king until his son came of age. You know what I mean? Because a child should not be the king.
Yeah.
It's because shit like this happens. A child's mind is not fully developed. You know what I mean? So it can easily be manipulated, a child's mind. And that's what we're seeing here. Tommy does not know what he's doing. He's acting out of emotion here. He did something obviously without his dad, Jaime, knowing, right? And obviously Cersei didn't know either. And he did it he basically acted, he made a bad judgment call, in my opinion, I think the Faith Militant were about to be taken out. Yeah.
They were taken out, and I was about to rejoice. And I never saw it, and I ain't seen it. And I'm upset. But
which, by the way, I used to say, like, the Faith Militant, like, they're just acting out of principle, but they're starting to love the power, I think. They're starting to like it.
Oh, So I'm glad you saw that. Cause I was trying to tell you from time, man. Look, they got the King's Guard got the bloody star around about the crown, man. They got about the stag. They got the King's Star around the stag. I'm like, man, around the Baratheon, I'm like, man, come on, man. That's messed up right there. That is truly messed up, right? It just is. It's just like, oh man, how you gonna do this now? And then they strip Jaime of his of the King's Guard. He's not the King's Guard no more. What's your take on that bit?
Yeah, well, first of all, I found it funny how what's the name of the head of the house of the
Tyrells.
The Tyrells.
Yeah,
I don't know. He was being all like over dramatic, like we will, overcome, and like it was just. And Jamie's looked at him like, okay, dude, like, but ready to fight, man. Like he was ready to. Like he wants to kill some of these dudes. You could tell.
Yeah, man.
It's almost like he wanted them to like resist. He couldn't wait, and he was more willing to do it because these were not Lannister soldiers anyway.
Nope.
So. He was ready to fight these dudes, and obviously when Tommen walks out, the Queen of Thorns is she's like, what the hell, and the Tyrells don't know what the hell is going on. Jaime obviously didn't know what the hell was going on. Just the mastermind of this dude, man, the High Sparrow. The dude's a fucking mastermind. He just the smile in his face, the look he was giving Jaime, like, yeah, I got you. Just loving that power. It was just it made me want to like choke him to death right there,
Yeah.
And of course, Tommen strips him of being the commander of the Kingsguard and basically commands him to go get some house back from the
River Run.
The River Run, yeah. So, that's how Jaime's going to serve now. He's going to have to be commander of the Lannister army, basically.
Messed up, man. It's messed up. Stripped him, sent him out there. But now he's become a Lannister. He has no ties to the Kingsguard, and now he can take his dad's place where his dad wanted him to. He could become the Lannister army, and they can go and do their thing. So I think that's a good way. Well, at least they're free. He's free of the Kingsguard. His son's there, but who's going to be looking after his son? His son's going to be manipulated. How Cersei? Cersei's going to be left alone because Jaime said, well, I got to go and do that. Who's going to look after you? She goes, I'm going to be all right. But I'll tell you what, if Gregor Lane gets took down by the thing, she's doomed, man. She's doomed, She's doomed, man. You better hope that guy, if she tricks thing by combat, if she does trial by combat, that the hope Greg Legane or Rob Strongbow, whatever you call him, they don't mess up his head. I hope not, man, because they were supposed to be dealt with, So I don't know what's gonna happen there, but it's interesting times up in King's Landing. We're moving on to what's her name again? Not Cersei. What's his name again? What's Needle's name again? Needle. What's that?
I mean, Ira?
That Ira, yeah, Ira. What's the last name? Ira. What's her last name? Stark. Yeah, Ira Stark. She's at the play and she's watching the midget Tommen and the whole situation string out. It all plays out. Tommen dies, whatever, and the Queen. And then she ends up getting the conversation with the Queen Cersei or the woman actress playing Cersei, and she decides not to kill her, which I was happy for. And she actually tells her that watch out for that one. She's trying to kill you. She finds Needle. And she's out, and then the other girl goes back. I don't know, they call her the Reefer or something. Her name is. She goes and tells Jaqen, and
yeah,
you know what? It's true. She tells him, that wait, can I kill her now? And he goes, yeah, but just be nice, innit, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I'm on it. So Sandstar, what's your take on Sandstar? The Reef, the axe, not killing the girl, and getting Needle back. Needle's back in the picture.
Well, first of all, I like the plays, man. That was kind of cool. Like their version of the story where Joffrey's like the victim and stuff. It's just hilarious. Ira, she this is like the first time she's been asked to kill someone or had to kill someone that she didn't have some type of beef with, Yeah. And she couldn't do it. Like she's not made for that type of stuff, man. She wants to kill, but she wants to kill the people that have hurt her family and her. She doesn't want to kill like just random people like that. So I don't know if the snitch, whatever her name is, right? I don't know if she said, "Can I kill her now?" That's what they implied.
Yeah.
But so I'm not sure. I'm thinking the same thing. I think it probably does mean that, but she didn't quite say that. She said, "You promised me," and he said, "Well, don't let her suffer."
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure if it actually means kill her though. But it set it up. The next episode is going to be interesting to see what happens. I have a feeling Ira's going to kill that girl, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. We have to wait and see about that one. We have to see and see. I hope not. Well, she tries to. Ira's ready for her. Ira will whoop her ass. She's got Needle back, so she can fight, man. She better mind up. But she's been in training. But man, if that girl catches, I don't know what wickedness they're going to do to her. Take her eyes. I don't know. The many-faced God. She couldn't do it. A lot of people predicted that, and she's gonna go on to try and do what she was there for, kill the people who wronged their family. So hopefully we see some of that stuff. All right, we're gonna move on. Moving on swiftly to Walter Frey, and he's complaining that the what's his name, the black guy. What's the game? The Tully guy. What's the guy? Blackfish. Yeah, Blackfish just took him back River Run, and he's cussing off his sons, and then he needs to go back to Tay. He has enough of bowing down to the Tullys all the years in arrogance. He wants it back, and he demands it back. And also, it shows that they kept his son, they kept his nephew, they're going to use him as a bargaining chip, whatever, to get River Run. That's interesting. So Walter Frey's got a couple of tricks up his sleeve. Whether Blackfish bows down to that, So, what's your take on Walter Frey coming back in the picture and he's all pissed off and all bent and that? What's your take?
Well, first of all, it's showing that he's losing control. I mean, he has no control of the Riverlands. You know what I mean? And he's just desperate to keep control. There's something bigger going on here, though. You know, and a lot of people haven't caught on to it. What's happening? So Blackfish has taken back Riverrun, right?
Yeah.
The Lannisters are going to go fight the Blackfish to help the Freys, since the Freys did the job for them as a favor to kill the Starks and stuff during their war.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Jon Snow and them, like the Wildlings and the rebels up north, they're going to contact Blackfish, right? Because they're fighting the Boltons.
Yeah.
Those are part of the Red Wedding too. Now Ramsay killed, he killed Walter Frey's daughter. Whether Walter Frey will realize that yet or not, I don't know. So there's a conflict there. The Boltons, were already preparing for a Lannister invasion, if you remember.
Yeah.
Because they stole, quote unquote, stole Sansa from them. I mean, and Tywin's plan was always to get the heir of Sansa and Tyrion to be the ruler over there in the north. Yeah. So the Boltons betrayed the Lannisters, right? So what happens if the Boltons are fighting the Blackfish and the Lannisters are fighting the Blackfish, but then the Lannisters want to fight the Boltons? See what I'm getting at here?
Yeah.
This is Littlefinger pulling the strings again. You know what I mean? This is all Littlefinger's doing, dude. Like, the chaos that this dude is causing is unbelievable. Not to mention the Freys beef now with the Boltons, which is obvious, I think. They haven't really said it in the show yet, but, it was almost a breaking of the contract. I mean, if you think about it. So, a lot of drama, man. I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever if, because Jaime at this point has complete control of the Lannister army, right? Jaime sent Brienne to go find Sansa. You know what I mean? So what happens if Brienne runs into Jaime while she's on her way to about the war in the north?
Sticky.
Like, this is going to be crazy how this shit's going to unfold.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
A lot of crazy stuff, man. A lot of who do you fight? If your biggest enemy is enemy with your other enemy, what do you do?
Yeah.
If destroying one enemy makes the other enemy stronger, do you kill that enemy? Like, what do you do? Like, it's a pretty. It's just one of those situations, man. It's a cluster. This is what the stuff that's going to happen. It's going to be interesting in the coming weeks.
Yeah, you got a good point, man. That's a lot of cross lines, crossing over each other, and I can actually see what you're talking about now. Very interesting. I also see some bloodshed.
Plus, Littlefinger, practically, he has control over the army of the Vale. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's true.
So, how is that going to play into the factor?
Maybe he's going to come back and help Sansa at some point, or not. I don't know. Or maybe he's going to turn against Sansa with the army. Because he's got the Vale. Is the Vale army going back to the Vale? Because they're not going to be useful. I mean, they might as well go back there and chill.
No, this dude is planning something with the army of the Vale. Like, he's going to do something. You know what I mean? Right now, the Vale's basically neutral when you think about it. They never really joined any part of the war. So, Littlefinger's positioned right now, literally, to join any winning side, whoever that might be, at any point. If that's the Boltons, if that's the Lannisters, if that's the North, matter to Littlefinger. You know what I mean? He's going to join the winning side. Watch.
Yeah, you can see that. You can see that happening. Definitely. All right, so we can see what happens from that scenario with the phrase and the whole situation, how they're going to go. Oh, hopefully we get some action, man. All right, we get into Bran. Is it Bran? What's Bran's uncle name? Benjen. Benjamin's there in the forest, and he sits there and he explains what happened, how he with the children of the forest, and the Bran, and talking about Bran. When the king comes, you'll be waiting for them. What's your situation on Bran and that? Because I think you had something to say about that situation anyway. Oh, actually, you wanted to say something about Daenerys, I think. Was it Bran's situation or Daenerys you wanted to talk about at the start of the show?
Well, it was Daenerys, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I think we covered Bran's situation already, actually. Let's get to Daenerys.
Yeah.
Okay, we covered Bran. He's going to be there when the White King comes. Let's talk about Daenerys' situation. The Daenerys and the king, the second son. Is the second son? Is the second son's? The king, the only second son anyway. He's there with
the one with her, yeah.
He's there with her. She goes, wait a minute. Comes back with the dragon, head of the dragon, starts speeding up some stuff.
Oh, something like that?
Huh?
Novels, right? Something like that? I forgot the name.
No, Dahari or something. It's not, I know. Yeah. And, she rides off, comes back with the dragon, and the dragon's big, man. It's grown. Dragon's big. I just see how many wings he's got. This covered the whole freaking army, man. And she's there spouting off, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, the plot of that, we're gonna come and take this, take that. And I was like, yeah, same here. You've been spouting off it from one. Yeah, I want to see something. Anyway, so my whole thing is that I ain't seeing nothing. It's the same as every episode, and I'm not seeing nothing. It's just words with no actions. What's your take on it?
Okay, so let me get this straight, right? They already saw her walk out of the fire, and they already bowed down to her, and they're already following her, right?
Yeah.
They're not complaining; they're just following her, and then she just decides, wait here, right? Takes off, comes back with a big fucking dragon, right? And then gives them a speech like, "Are you going to follow me? Are you going to be with me? Are you with me? Yes or no?" It was just a little too much. They're like, of course they are. They're already following you. What else do you want? It was like a pointless, like those, when coaches give like a halftime speech.
Yeah.
You give a halftime speech because it's halftime and you want to pump up your players, this should have been a speech for like when at the brink of defeat or, when it looks like they want to quit or something, it was just a very random, out of nowhere speech. Like the directors were trying way too hard with this thing.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. It was a waste of CGI because the dragon looked great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
What I would have done as a director is I would have just kept them, moving the way they were moving.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere, just have the dragon make a noise and everybody's looking around.
Mm-hmm.
And just have like the dragon like kind of fly over them or something, or something like that. That would have been enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But no, like really, she's gonna come back on top of the dragon, and she's gonna just, it was just so random. It was just so random.
I wasn't happy with it, to be honest with you. It's just more of the same thing, and I wasn't happy with it, man. I want to see some shit, man. Take the dragon. Fly where you gotta go. She seemed like she got control of the dragon, bro, as well. She could fly all the way to thing. It only takes a couple of minutes to fly. She could fly to Volantis or whatever it is. Marine. She could be there in a couple of bit. So the way it ended, I was pissed. I was like, man, and to be honest with you, if anybody else say that episode to me wasn't that good. It started good. And it just dipped, and I wasn't happy with the episode, to be fair.
Well, because you want the sparrows dead.
Yeah. You know. I thought they were gonna die, man. That was my prediction from last week. I wanted them dead. So I'm gonna rate this episode 5. I'm gonna give it a 5. What'd you rate this one?
I'll actually give it an 8. I'll give it an 8.
Last week you done 8.5, right? Last week was 8.5.
Yeah, I'll give this one an 8 because the ending it fell flat. I did want to give my theory though on the burn them all.
Good.
Because look, sometimes things aren't like they seem, man. The Mad King, he wasn't always crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't always this crazy dude and shit. I think his name was Ares the second. He wasn't always crazy, but he lost his mind at some point, and he became extremely obsessed with fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he became obsessed with, like, burn them all. Like, he became extremely obsessed with that at some point. And I think one of the reasons, you know, they're showing this whole burn them all thing, right? And they showed the fire in the hallways and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Daenerys, in my opinion, do you remember when she burned down all the cows and shit in that little temple or whatever?
Yeah.
Did you notice how she was like smirking and like almost looked like she was enjoying it?
Yeah.
Dudes are burning alive.
Yeah.
You know, and then now Tyrion has, you know, she has this that one religion of the light god or whatever.
Yeah.
Where they do sacrifices of burning people.
Yeah.
And they believe that burning people is like the purity of this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
You know, I think Daenerys is going to start becoming obsessed with burning people. You know what I mean? She was already talking about burning the harpies with her dragons and stuff. You know? Yeah. I won't be shocked if the day when King's Landing is burned down. King's Landing is fucking weak right now, okay? All these... There's all this war going on in Westeros right now. King's Landing is for the taking. Okay? If anybody knew how weak King's Landing is right now, they would have already invaded. You know what I mean? Stannis would have easily taken King's Landing in the position it is right now. But the Lannister army is going to go to the Riverlands. They're going to be damaged there. I'm telling you right now, I think Daenerys is the one that's going to burn down King's Landing.
Yeah, that could happen.
I think she's going to be the one to burn down King's Landing, burn it down with the dragons and shit. She's going to just be obsessed with burning them all. You know, she's going to become extremely obsessed, and they're foreshadowing it. Notice how when... What's your boy toy called again?
Daenerys. Second son?
The second son guy, yeah.
Is he named Daenerys? Is he named...
He's already like picked up on it, right? She's such an incompetent leader. Like, that's not her role, you know. So, what are you gonna do when you're there? You know, what are you gonna do? Like, you're not meant to rule. And she's like, well, what am I meant to be? And she said, you're a conqueror, Daenerys Stormborn. That's all she is. You know, she's just gonna conquer Westeros. She's gonna burn shit to the ground. And I'm telling you right now, she's going to end up being the bad guy at some point. She's going to turn evil at some point, I believe.
Okay. So I've been saying I was going to ask you for a prediction. Well, you seem like you gave it in. So that's your prediction happening. What's your prediction for next episode, number 7?
I think they've already shown the previews of when Jaime runs into the Blackfish. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to fight yet. I think they're going to try to negotiate some type of deal or something, or surrender. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Brienne's going to be there by then or not. You know, but I'm assuming she will. It's such a coincidence, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think Jon Snow and is going to find an ally in the north somehow. Because I know in the books, like, Stannis is the one that's getting allies in the north, and I think in this case it's going to be Jon Snow, but he's going to find some, you know, loyal allies up north, and I think someone's going to die, man. Someone's going to die. I just don't know who. I don't know who. But I think a big character's going to die.
Yeah, possibly, maybe. But I can tell you what, when what's the name again? Brienne's gonna go to talk to Blackfish. He ain't coming out of the castle. I can tell you that, because they wanted to come help, but he can't help there because the Lannisters on their doorstep. So he can't really do anything. He can't do anything because he has to deal with the Lannisters and the Freys. The Lannisters and the Freys are teaming up because the Lannisters and the Freys, they still have a connection because his dad helped kill the Starks, so they still have that connection. So Blackfish is there. He goes, well, I can't do anything. They're trying to take my castle. I can't let them take my stronghold. He can't move. So Brienne's going to have send a Raven and say, oh, just get Mice to send a Raven. She can't do anything. So my prediction for next week, Ramsey meets up with Jon Snow in the snow, and then there's some war. Hopefully they get it on, man. They get it on. Maybe Cersei. Maybe they put Cersei on the walk, or they put Cersei in trial. Maybe we see that, and I don't know. I think they might mess up with Cersei. I think they might do something to Long Strongbow. I think they might mess with his wires or something like that. Have him turn on Cersei. In prediction next week, maybe Cersei dies next week. Maybe Cersei dies.
I don't think Cersei's gonna die. I don't think she's gonna die.
That's what the thing I'm saying, because she thinks she's confidently knows what's going on, and she's been beat at every step. So she thinks her giant.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying he turns against her and kills her, and the Maester they buy out the Maester, and you know what I mean. So that's my prediction next week. So we gave our rating, we gave our prediction. All right. Well, anything else you want to add?
No, so far, I mean, I don't know. I know you thought the show was kind of flat.
Flat. I wasn't really.
They could have done some better parts, man. They could have done some better parts. I did want your opinion on the overall acting. Do you think the quality of the acting has dropped since seasons 1, 2, and 3?
I don't really value Sam Tarly's dad. I don't think he's that good. He's that convincing of actor. I think they could have put someone else in there. And the Mad King, showing the picture of the Mad King, it was just like some mad, at random actor. You know, you couldn't. What they're gonna build on that? You know what I mean? What's the point? What's the point of showing that thing? I just felt like it was cheap to me. And at the end of it, when you see her and the dragon, I said, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Another thing as well, what pissed me off, really, really pissed me off, yeah? That's why I don't really like it that much, yeah? Is seeing, last week you saw, what's the girl from the Tyrell? What's her name again? Oh, gosh. What's the girl from the Tyrell? The one in prison? Marjorie.
Oh, Marjorie?
Yeah, Marjorie. Marjorie last week was like, man, I'm not giving up. Don't give up. Don't bend. Don't do this. And this week she said she completely drunk the Kool-Aid. Like, what?
She did it for her brother, yeah.
Yeah, she just drunk. So people think she's playing the game, she's gonna turn on the High Sparrow, hopefully. But man, she convinced Joffrey to join with the High Sparrow. So I don't know what's gonna happen there, man. But the thing is, the High Sparrow thinks he's got control of the king. Nah, Marjorie's lethal, bro. Marjorie, the king will do anything what Marjorie says. So hopefully Marjorie can manipulate him to get rid of the High Sparrow, because I can't stand them, but. So, but I didn't really like the episode, and I thought it was too much of Sam Tarly and that whole thing with his dad. And then, to be honest with you, that they didn't need to be there. It could have been a little bit, but that took the bulk of the episode. And Benjen, with the Benjen thing, again, I like Benjen saving them, but again, I like it to lead to something. So Benjen saves them, says this is your destiny. We know that's his destiny. I want him to do something. You know, but if people are happy to see Benjen, I guess that's going to make a lot of people happy. But I haven't read the books, so I'm just going by what it is. So to me, seeing Benjen is like, yeah, and what? He didn't do nothing for me. He hadn't done nothing. What's so special about Benjen?
They waited too long to show Benjen. That's because you see, if he would have, like, let's say Jon Snow or somebody would have found him like 3 seasons ago, you know, and he would have told the story of, yeah, we went far north and we ran into the White Walkers.
Yeah.
You know, and they killed us all. And then at that point, there would have been more mystique to the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The story, it doesn't sound that big of a deal when we've already seen the White Walkers kill a bunch of people. You know?
Yeah.
Because we were not seeing the White Walkers that much from season 1 to 4. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, man, I'm just like, oof. I'm like, to be honest with you. And like, I know we both do this yesterday, we normally do. But hey, things happen. Hope you guys enjoy the show. We've got Chris Caban and Ben Umar. I'm gonna do a separate show with them because I think me and D-Star got this thing going and we're gonna do it every week. But Chris Caban and Umar, I'm gonna do a separate thing with you and get your take on it of the show. But D-Stars, man, thanks for coming over, man. I appreciate it, man. You gotta get that money, so I understand. Next week, so we say next week, same time?
Yep.
Okay, cool, man. All right, Fight fans or YouTube people, make sure you check out D-Star's channel on YouTube. I'm EJ Boxing Live, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, another Game of Thrones here with Ben Umar. Hopefully, Chris Cabam will jump in. Boy, I hope you guys enjoying the show. We're in season 6, episode 6, Blood of My Blood. But with Umar, it's special. We're gonna recap the following season with Umar. Try and talk about what he did like, don't like, and obviously talk about season and give time for Chris to come on. So, boy, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Ben Umar. Ben Umar, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. How you doing?
Cool, man. All right, so Ben Umar, give us your take overall on Game of Thrones, your seasons, as we build up to episode 6, season 6, episode 6. Go ahead.
Well, like I was telling you before we came on, that this is one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, it's between The Sopranos, The Wire, and this. This is one of my favorites. And I liked it from the beginning, how it started off. You know, when they found the dire wolves or whatever, and then like how Ned Stark was such a main character and how they just killed them off in the first season. Like, that shit right there threw me off because I wasn't expecting that. Like, and that's the type of show that I like, where you can never expect who's gonna die, because they've been killing off main characters. Like, every season, it seems like another main character goes down. First season was Ned Stark. Second season it was or was it the third season that Robb Stark? Huh?
With some, yeah, it was. I think it was the first season. Ned.
That Robb. Ned got killed in the first season.
Yeah, he did.
And then the second season, somebody else got killed. I think it was the third season that Robb and the mother Stark got killed.
Yeah, the Red Wedding.
Yeah, the Red Wedding. That was the third season. Like, and the second season, I forgot who got killed off, but somebody got killed off in the second season. But they seem to they seem to kill people. Last season, Tywin caught it after what's the midget's name, man? I'm Tyrion. After Tyrion called Tywin, because Tywin took his bitch away, said, you're always messing with these women, and then he comes to find she's in the bed with his father. He killed both of them, and then shot Tywin with the crossbow on the toilet and whatnot. Like, the show is dope, man. I just like the way they go about, things on the show, man.
Absolutely, man. So who's your favorite character so far on the show, and which family would you support to be ruling Westeros or ruling the Seven Kingdoms?
My favorite character on the show, that's a good question. I have two favorite characters, right? My two favorite characters are Tyrion and Jon Snow. Those are my two favorite characters on the show.
Cool. Why do you
like Tyrion?
Yeah, go ahead.
I like Tyrion because if you remember the first season, right, where Tyrion has come from, Tyrion, the way we were introduced to him, he was just a drunk in the bed with prostitutes all the time. And he slowly progressed to being a very diplomatic and smart, wise leader. And he did a great job as the hand of the king, but he was just getting undercut at times. And he showed his grit, fighting and basically saving, not by himself, but he was a big reason why Westeros didn't get overtaken, if you remember. And he saved Joffrey's life. Punk-ass Joffrey would have got killed if it wasn't for Tyrion. And Tyrion's just a little hobbit. You know what I mean? So I like his progression from the first season where he's just a complete drunk to where he is now. And I like Jon Snow from where he was in the first season where he is now. Because you remember, Jon Snow was just like the afterthought. Sansa treated him like shit. Ned treated him okay. The mother treated him like garbage because she was jealous that Ned cheated on her to have him. So she basically treated him like shit. And the only one that really showed him any love was Robb. But that was it. And then they sent him to the wall, and he's progressed to be basically to be the strongest of all Ned's kids, and he's the half kid. That's why what we were talking about last night, because we don't know the real history of his mother that much, that he might possibly, and I was thinking about this last night after you said this to me, he might possibly be a Targaryen. His mother might have been a Targaryen for all we know. So we got to see, because he's over here killing White Walkers. You know what I mean? He's killing White Walkers one-on-one. Who can do that besides Jon Snow? I mean,
his father might be a Targaryen. His mother is Lyanna Stark, and his father might be a Targaryen.
No, Jon Snow's father is Ned Stark. He had the bastard.
No, Jon father. They say that, but that's not his father. The rumor is that when Jon Snow was running up, she was already pregnant. He didn't pregnant his sister. That's his sister, bro. the woman upstairs in the castle, that was Ned Stark's sister, and she she ran off. When he came back with a baby, they're saying that he could be the king, the Mad King's son, and Lyanna Stark. That's the baby.
There's
And he
there's
even told
definitely
him right now.
there's definitely something secretive about him, bro, because he beat a White Walker 1-on-1.
Yeah,
And he's the only person that has been able to do it. I know Tully or whatever my man's name is. Sam. He stabbed him, but he stabbed him from behind. He wasn't expecting it. Blah blah blah. But he killed him 1-on-1 in a 1-on-1 fight. Nobody else has been able to do that.
yeah.
And he's probably going to be the only person that's be able to do it. So there's something about Jon Snow that we don't know yet that should be revealed sooner or later. And plus on top of that, he died, got stabbed up, and then he was the lady had the ability to bring him back to life. So there's something meant for that guy that we don't see yet.
Yeah, good point, man. So who's your favorite family you want to take over the Iron Throne, bro?
I want Jon Snow to take over the Iron Throne. So I guess I want the Starks to.
You want the Starks to take over. You like all the popular characters, Jon Snow, Tyrion, the Starks. So you're down with the direwolves, yeah?
I'm down with the direwolves, but there's a couple other characters I like. Like I like the girl, what's her name? The Ironborn girl. I like her. I think she's a great character.
You're talking about what's his name? Reek Tyrion. What's his name again? What's his name again? What's the guy's name?
What?
Yeah, I know you're talking about the guy. Reek. What's he playing? Reek.
Reek. Well, they called him Reef, but that ain't his real name. But I forgot it. Reek. I forgot what his real name on the show is. I can't remember. But I like his sister.
You like your sister? Yeah, she's a hard lesbian, right? She's hard with it, though, ain't it?
Yeah. She's a hard lesbian out there, but she be getting stuff done. I like that character because she came to save this fool. And he's in a freaking cage, and she ran through, killed all these people to save him, and he wouldn't even come with her. Like she was about that life. She came to save her brother.
Yeah. That was messed up. Yeah. But Ramsay got in his head real bad, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ramsay.
And that Ramsay Bolton, that's my least favorite character. I want him to die as soon as possible.
I think the show's doing a good job of making you hate the people who need to be hate, right?
Yeah, they did, because they made me hate fucking Joffrey. And now, once Joffrey was gone, I needed somebody else to hate, and they made me hate Ramsay. Once you cut another man's jewels off, bro, I can't have no love for you, man. I can't stand my man. My man is a piece of garbage, bro.
Oh my god, you make me laugh, man. Wait, so when Ramsay was punishing, but you know why he was punishing? Look how the dude was carrying on. He went on stupid. He betrayed Robb Stark. He went on stupid, bro. He was
stupid. If he would have never done it, we were talking about this last night. If he would have never betrayed the Starks, he set off a domino effect. Once he betrayed them, everything went wrong for the Starks and for himself.
Yeah. Well,
he set off go ahead.
He wanted to impress his dad, didn't he?
Yeah, I know, but look what happened. He ended up without his jewels. His dad ended up getting thrown off a bridge. He's dead. All the Starks are dead except for a few, and he lost his junk. So nothing good came out of that.
I'm still trying to remember his name now. It's eluding me at the minute. Oh, blood.
Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah, there you go. And his sister's name's what's her name again? Thingy. Yeah,
I can't remember her name, but she's a Greyjoy too. But I can't remember.
Actually, you know what? I don't know if she's a dyke or not. I can't really say that. I don't really say that. I don't know if she's lesbian or whatever. But she's definitely strong because Theon was rubbing her up when he was on the horse, and she didn't care. There's a lot of incest in that show. That, to be honest with you, a lot of don't care.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, bro, because this is just a odd thought of mine, right? Remember how not this episode, but last week's episode when what's that guy? Littlefinger said to Sansa, he's only your half brother, and she had that look on her face.
Yeah.
I'm thinking something's gonna happen between her and Jon Snow and Sansa. Some weird shit's gonna happen between them two. Either they're gonna betray each other, or they're gonna start doing the incest thing.
Nah. But she was the thing about Sansa, right? She was all posh and stuff like that. She been grounded, and the stuff she's went through make her grounded to make a good decision. But she needs to understand, yeah. Like let's go back to when Littlefinger's sent her out there. A lot of people say Littlefinger's didn't know Ramsay was gonna do it to her. But Littlefinger's knew that the Boltons killed her father. That's all you need to know. How you gonna sell someone and then people killed your father? Like, you shouldn't be sending me down there, bro. You crazy? Like, she had the right, but in the same way, she could have used his army, like, because he tried to come back and say, "Oh, you're right." right? He could have used the army to help. You know what I'm saying? They could have used the Veil. They could use the Veil's army to help her, man, but she didn't want no part of it. And I think that was an emotional decision. And furthermore, she didn't even consult her brother and Davos. You know, Davos. None of them got consulted about the army, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. There was no reason for him. Only reason he married her off to the Boltons was for his own benefit, bro. Because there's no reason for him to take her out of the Veil. Once that lady got thrown through the damn hole, there was no reason for them to leave. She was gone.
Yeah.
And she was the only person that wanted Sansa dead because she thought that Littlefinger loved Sansa. But she was dead. The kid was a kid. He didn't know nothing about nothing. He still don't know nothing about nothing because he's willing to put his army to save them, his family. So he didn't know nothing. So that was all Littlefinger manipulating, and he got Sansa raped and abused and all that stuff that happened to her.
So she don't trust him because he could use the army to mess her up anyway, or betray her anyway. He betrayed her mom and he betrayed her father, but she don't even know about that one, yeah.
Her mother, he betrayed the mother, the father, and her, and her brother.
Yeah. So he's dangerous, right?
He's extremely dangerous. I'm telling you, bro. There's gonna come a time in one of these episodes where all that's gonna come to light, and he's gonna get killed. Littlefinger's is destined to drown, man.
His days are numbered, right?
Yeah, they're numbered, bro, because he does too much fucked up shit to too many people.
Yeah, a lot of people's favorite character is Aya. They like the way she's dealing with stuff and that, and she was blind and stuff, and she was an assassin, but she's doing all that to be an assassin to kill people. But shows that if they don't really upset her, she don't feel no way to kill him. But to kill people is not even easy. It's not easy. She as she knows, she has to really hate someone to kill them, boy.
Yeah, and another one of my favorite characters died already.
Huh?
I said another one of my favorite characters died like 2 seasons ago when the Hound got killed when that Butch Dyke beat him to death.
You like the Hound? That was your favorite character?
That was one of my favorite characters. I liked him, even though he was a fucked up individual. He showed that he had a good side the way he took care of Aya. Because if it wasn't for him, Aya would have been dead numerous occasions.
Should have been raped and everything, man. I don't know. Sansa would have been raped, actually, my baby.
I think that's why Aya didn't freaking kill him when he asked. She just walked away from him and just let him die of his own. Because she hated him because of what he did to that boy. But at the same time, she loved him because of what he did for her. So that's why she just walked away and let him die on his own.
Yep. Good point, man. The family I'm going for, I know, like most people, I like the Tyrrells, man. I like them because, I like them, yeah. They're proper intelligent, They're proper slick. I mean, the Marjorie herself, yeah, she's manipulated, but the mom is the mom. When she, what I like though, when she became my favorite is when they killed Thingy. Is when they killed Joffrey. That's when they became my favorite. I don't care. When they killed Joffrey, I was like, yeah. Because he married her to her daughter. She's like, you think I was going to let my daughter marry that hideous pig? She killed him. She teamed up with Littlefingers to kill Joffrey. And for all time, yeah, that family will probably be the best. The dad's a bit pompous. He don't know what's going on. The mom rules everything. I like their family. The son's gay and stuff like that. But hey, it is what it is, man. But I like that family. I like the Tyrell family. They want power, but they seem like they're in bed. They seem like they're not millennial. They're not belligerent. They're not out to be cruel to people. You know what I'm saying? They're the only families that are not cruel. Because the Stark family, they will do what needs to be done. If you've done rubbish, they're about the law. You know what I'm saying? Like the 5-0. But the Tyrell family, they seem like they got a bit of kindness in their family. They're not gonna just out and out just bash up people. So I like them. And also, one of my favorite characters on the show, I like, I guess I like Tyrion. I like Tyrion, but I don't think I've got a set favorite character. I'm probably Jon Snow. I probably enjoy Jon Snow, actually. Like everyone.
So you're basically your favorite character is my favorite character.
Yeah,
we both agree on that.
Yeah.
Jon Snow's a G, man. He's a G.
Yeah. I like Davos as well. I think I like people. I like Stannis. I used to like Stannis as well. I think Stannis is all right.
I like Stannis as well. I like them as well.
Stannis as well.
I just thought he should have they should have made his character recognize how valuable Tyrion really was to that family, but they're like Tyrion, like I said, he saved King's Landing and he got no credit for it.
Well, yeah, that's because of the dad hating him. The
dad hated him. The dad hated him because when he was born. Because when he was born, the mom died having him. That's why the dad hated him.
There's a rumor that he's not really the son of the thing, the Lannister. There's a rumor that he's actually the Mad King's son. Actually, there's a rumor. That
Could
the
could
Mad
be.
King's that would thing his wife behind his back and produce Tyrion. That's what it is because he don't look nothing like them. That's a rumor. That's what I heard anyway. But people were making up shit. I don't know if it's true or not. You know, that's some mad shit I heard. But all right, moving on to Umar. What's your? Do you want to move up to this one? So, what's your take of the killing of Hodor? Hodor.
Oh, okay. I thought that was I liked that character, man, because he was just like an innocent character that just basically he was an innocent dude that was just around. But when Bran or whatever took control of his mind, he just become a brute. And he just has ridiculous strength, and he would help out. He was just an innocent guy. But I like the flashback scenes to show that he was a normal guy until he had that seizure, and that got him stuck into that mode of saying Hodor, Hodor, Hodor. But what it was projecting was that his destiny was already set years before, that he's gonna save Bran's life by holding that door. But they didn't explain that until 6 seasons in, but it was already set. And I like the way the writers did that because they must have known by naming him Hodor in the first season that this was his climax.
Yeah.
Like they had that shit set up 6 seasons ahead, and that's brilliant writing. Like they had that set up that nobody was thinking
Yeah.
Hodor meant hold the door. Nobody was thinking that. That's why that shit caught me off guard. And when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah, I was disturbed to be honest with you. I was actually disturbed that they made him just hold the door and die like that. I was disturbed. His whole life was to hold the door to protect Bran. I was like, that was his purpose in life. I was like, man, that's some. Hey, bro, everyone's got a thing to a role to play in the Game of Thrones, and Hodor's job was just to sacrifice him. Stop the what? It didn't stop them for too long, but Bran, he stopped them enough before Benjamin came along and helped them out. But
Yeah, exactly. It stopped him long enough for them to get to his uncle.
yeah,
And that was his whole goal, was to get him to safety, because Bran is very important in this show, bro. I don't know what Bran's role is eventually anyway, but I know that he has more ability than the guy, what was that guy, the Three-Eyed Raven? He has more mental ability than even the Three-Eyed Raven did, because he can go back in time and people can hear him. They can't see him, but because he called out to his father, and his father heard him. Didn't he? He didn't even have at that point in his life. Stark didn't even have kids, but he heard his son, and he turned around when he was going to save his sister or whatever. But he heard his son, so he's got more abilities than anybody else. So he's going to play a major part at some point. He's going to play a major part.
yeah, you got a good point, man. Because you know, it shows you that the Bran. They're talking about Bran is probably Bran the Builder, because they talk about Bran the Builder. That probably might have been him back in time. And he actually went back in time and done that, built the wall, just the wagon, the sort of thing. So a lot of rumors going out there. But the thing is, yeah, he Bran going back in time. He can actually affect time. He can actually talk to people and they can hear him. So if he can go back in time and do things, he can affect certain things. Like maybe his family didn't need to die. They didn't need to be set up. He could have came back and told them like, man, you don't need to go here or there, or you know what I'm saying. So I don't know.
Exactly, bro. And that's what I think might happen. Maybe not this season, but maybe next season. It might be Bran going back and saving his whole family by telling them, hey, this is going to happen. Theon's going to betray you. Don't go here. Don't do this. Don't go to King's Landing. You're going to get your head chopped off. Blah, blah, blah. I think he might be able to have the ability. It could be wishful thinking, because I like all those characters. But I think he has the ability to go save his family. And I think that may be the way they take the show. But I could be wrong. But that's just my theory.
Because you know what, last episode was I rated it really high. So this season was a come down. This episode was a come down to me. Blood on My Blood. It was a come down. Last one I was just doomed up when I watched it. I'm not gonna lie. I watched Game of Thrones and it's quite traumatic. With some of the stuff, because some of the characters you really like, when they get it bad. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
When I saw them getting wiped out, man, and then begging for her son and stabbing the baby and all that, I was like, man, are you crazy? You know, and even
like when I think it was last week's episode or 2 weeks ago, when this is what cemented that I hate Ramsay, when he brought that fat broad in there with his little brother and fed them to the dogs. Like, that was ridiculous. Like, that dude is pure evil.
well,
like, I'm telling you, bro, he's worse than Joffrey, bro. I hate that motherfucker. He's worse than Joffrey.
He killed his dad, though.
He killed his dad and then killed his little brother. Like, come on, bro. He could have killed the fat broad, okay, and that would have been bad enough. You could have raised your little brother like he was your son. You didn't have to kill him. Like that was just pure evil.
Yeah, but the thing is, he didn't understand. This thing about Ramsey's idiot. That's the line with the phrase. That's why he married her, to be in the phrase, because the phrase, "You take one of my wives," so he could be in line. So one of his family would be in line with the Boltons, because that's what. This is the thing about the show. All right, give you an example. If you're rich, if there's rich people you know, if you bed with that woman, your kid's gonna be rich. They're gonna be looked after for the rest of their life. That's how you breed in. You breed into different things. So your family, your legacy, you sort out your legacy. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. And that
Yeah, but my thing is this, right? His father had already took the Snow name off of him, because you know how they give all the bastards a Snow name.
yeah.
He had already taken that name off him. He made him a full Bolton. So you are my son, you are my heir. So there was no reason
It was
for him, and he proved himself by beating what's my man's
Stannis.
yeah, by beating Stannis on the battlefield and all that. He proved himself to his father. There was no reason for him to do that.
His dad kept winding him up, bro. His dad said, if you don't do this and that, I've got another heir coming. His dad was throwing it in his face. That's why he did that. If his dad didn't say anything, he wouldn't have did that. Ramsay's crazy.
Yeah, but I got a point for you. Theon's sister, whatever her name is, I can't remember it, right? Her father wound her up, right, with saying, if you don't shut your mouth, I'll have another heir to replace you. Because he always seen her as his heir, not even Theon. It was her. He wanted to pass his kingdom on. He wanted to pass it to her because he saw the strength in her. He wound her up. She never killed her father.
No, but that's different. Because she grew up with him, and that guy, Ramsay's crazy. She's not a lunatic. Ramsay's
yeah, that's true. Ramsay's just a pure-blooded lunatic. You're right.
Ramsay's a psychopath, man. He fucking punishes people. You kill your dad. Dad gave you a name. You team up with people behind his back, and because you think, oh yeah, he's gonna replace me with a son. You're not even waiting around. You just kill the dad, but the woman and your brother, man, get out of here. Ramsay's tearing nuts, man. You know what I mean? And the thing is, he's stupid because you killed the Frey woman. What happened when Walder Frey finds out that you killed one of his daughters? Furthermore,
and that's another thing that we should talk about. What is Walter Frey going to do when he finds out that what Ramsay did? And he's going to find out eventually.
Can't do shit. He can't do nothing because he stays. Walter Frey never comes out of that house. He don't come out the bridges. He can send an army and stuff like that. But
exactly, that's what I'm saying. But remember this, right? He was responsible for the Red Wedding, correct?
Yeah.
So I was going to say something, but that won't work because they hate him too much. But I was about to say, because remember how Jon Snow's trying to put together an army. Once he finds out that, to go against Ramsay, once that guy finds out that he killed one of his daughters, they might not want to work together, but he might send an army against Ramsay as well. So it might be more forces to help Jon Snow.
Right, let me say the bridges. Where them bridges are, you can't go in there. Right? The way it's a fortress, you can't get in there. The way that bridge is situated, yeah. The moment you land there, there's arches both sides. It's the same thing as the Vale. If you enter the Vale, it's got rockery. You can't just roll up in there. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you can get in there and attack them. You're just gonna.
No. I'm not saying attacking them. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, once he finds out that Ramsay killed his daughter and his and his grandson, he might feel some type of way and send an army towards Ramsay, which is going to help Jon Snow's cause, because what Jon Snow and Sansa are trying to do is collect allies to take back the North. Yeah. So that's going to be do nothing but help him, because he's going to have to fight this army as well as whatever Jon Snow and them get. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's possibly, but Frey is fucking. He's another lunatic. He's a lunatic, to be fair.
Yeah, he has sex with all his daughters. He's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, Frey. He's the same thing as that guy who what's his name again? The fat boy thingy, Sam Tully. He's that guy. Cast. What's his name again? Thingy. That guy bangs all his daughters and everything. He don't give a. He didn't care, man.
I mean, maybe back in the day, like thousands of years ago, with these friggin' medieval situations, maybe that was commonplace to bang your daughters. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, just bang the daughters and make more.
That's EJ. That's a European thing, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I can't be honest with you. We can't talk until we was there and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm not about that. So anyway, so what do you think of season 6, episode 6?
Okay. It wasn't as good as last week's episode, right?
No,
But no episode this season has been as good as the episode before that, because that was the best episode of the season.
yeah, it was.
So you can't really compare it to that. But I think it's pretty on pace with the rest of the season, because what that episode was doing to me was setting things up for next week.
Shit.
Like showing you that, because last week they basically put it out there that they were putting the armies together to go kill the Faith militant.
Oh, I can't stand them. Yeah, go on.
I can't stand them either, but they were setting that up, and that's what they set us up to think. But in last week's episode, what people missed, and I just thought about this. What we all missed was that you saw the slow breaking down of Marjorie and her when she seen her brother, and he said to her, "Just make it stop, just make it stop." And she loves nobody more on this earth than her brother. And when she saw that, she just decided to, hey, go with whatever the Faith militant is doing. And I think in those because remember, he was conversating with her. He was manipulating her ass like, you want to see your brother? Go see your brother. He wanted her to see how beat up her brother was, because he knows how much she loves her brother. So once she seen that, she was willing to manipulate the king. And then he sent her to see who? The king, her husband. And he saw how broken up she was about this. And then she started speaking the sparrow, I mean, not the sparrow, the fucking Faith militant guy, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, the high sparrow.
Yeah, the high sparrow. Yeah, it is a sparrow. The high sparrow started basically putting shit in her head to put in his head, because she wants to save her fucking brother. You feel what I'm saying? So she started manipulating him, sent him to the high sparrow, and then the high sparrow could finish it off. And now he got both of them under his thumb. And it's all a manipulation game that guy plays, man. Because he knew eventually that they were going to be fed up and they were just going to bring the army and wipe them out. He knew that. But if he could get the king on his side, then there's nothing they could do.
For now.
So he had to get the king and Marjorie on his side, the king and the queen on his side. He had to. And what did he say? Marjorie doesn't have to take that walk, because she's already given me something more important, the king.
Shit. So who you think? Margie's playing the game. She gonna fuck up the highest. Harry Sparrow's about to get fucked up. Someone needs to fuck him up.
No. I think eventually he's gonna get fucked up. But I'm just saying, right now he's playing the game well, because he's manipulated the king, who's a young boy. What is Tommen? What is he like? 13, 14?
14, man.
Like, he's a kid. He's 14, 15 years old. He's a kid, and he got that fine ass white woman who ain't more than 21. You know, she done threw the pussy at him that last season. He's hooked to her. So he's gonna do whatever she says. He's a kid. So when she tells him, hey, I want to do it this way, he's gonna go with her. That's his woman. He's not an adult male yet. He's still got a child's mind. He had one woman in his life. He loves her. So he's gonna do whatever she says. She can easily manipulate him.
Yeah, well, that's the truth, man. Well, that whole thing I just had enough of that shit. I wanted them to die and they're not dead, and I'm pissed. And that's what I said.
Like, see, that's why Joffrey had to die, because Joffrey was a different breed. He was a piece of shit, but Joffrey wouldn't have got manipulated like that. If they would have took Joffrey's mom, right? Say Joffrey was still the king. They would have took Joffrey. That's why Joffrey had to die, for the story to work. Because if they would have took Joffrey's mom, the way Joffrey loved his mother, Joffrey would have fucking sent the whole army in there. He'd have ripped them up.
Yeah, Joffrey's about that anyway.
Exactly. He's a psycho. There's no way he would allow them to take his mother. Are you kidding me? He'd have sent the whole army. He'd have ripped them apart. Wouldn't have never happened.
Yeah, that's true.
But Tommen is more weak. He's more meek. He's more gullible to things. Joffrey wasn't. Joffrey was evil. So Joffrey would be like, fuck these dudes. You take my mom, I'm killing you all. That's what would have happened. That's why, for the story to progress the way it's going, Joffrey had to be eliminated. Because it wouldn't make sense, because what they've shown us of Joffrey for 5 seasons before they killed him was that he was a psychopath that was always ready to kill something. So any chance he got, especially if you take his mom, he's killing you. Something's getting bodied.
Yeah. Man, I didn't like this episode, and I think it spent too much with Sam Tully's family. It spent too much over in that thing, man.
Bro, I like the fact that I seen a little bit of Sam Tully's background. You know why? Because they never really told you where he came from, but they never really told you that he was a filthy, rich, wealthy lord
They did tell you. They did tell you that because most people who send the black, they're rich, and that's what they get sent there for.
Well,
Because
he's freaking filthy rich. His parents are dumb rich.
yeah, but you can't be living in a house with that. That's nuts, man. You know what I mean?
Bruh, I'm telling you right now, if I had a nutso dad with a house like that, I could deal with him. Trust me, trust and believe.
Yeah, I know you would. You would.
I could deal with it,
He
bro.
would like you. He would have liked you as a son, bro. He ain't liking Sam.
Well, yeah, I'm not like Sam, but it's different. Yeah, his dad was a piece of shit. I agree with you. He was just disrespecting my man, just left and right. And you know what I just realized, EJ? I realized that I must have watched an episode wrong, or I just remembered wrong because Sam's woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's a freaking
Wildling.
she's a huh?
The wildling, yeah.
Yeah, she's a wildling. But you know what? I swear to you, EJ, this is what I thought. I don't know what episode I seen wrong or what I missed. I thought that she was a Frey daughter
Nah,
that he saved
Costa's.
with the baby.
Nah, she's Costa's. Yeah, she's Costa's daughter. She's a wildling. They out there. Yeah, she's from Costa's.
So when they went north of the wall, right? He found her in the house, right, with that baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm remembering because I thought see, I fucked that all up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah. Because when she said she was a wildling at the beginning of the episode, I was like, hold up.
Craster's Keep, not Castor. Craster's Keep, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot she was a wildling, bro. I really did forget that.
Mm.
But I tell you what, she looked pretty all done up in her dress though. She looked nice, man. She looked nice.
Yeah, she looked better. Me personally, I enjoy the animation series because they fill you in the gap. So I kind of know about the King and the Mad King. And
Yeah,
all
you
that.
still gotta send me that, bro.
Yeah, I like all the animation stuff beforehand because it fills you in with the gaps and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, I didn't like the series and Daenerys. Man, all right, let's be real, right? So the dragon Drogo's grown and she jumped on his back. Listen, tell the Dothraki I'll meet you in Marine, and that's the fuck, man. Y'all don't need to stay there. She can be in Marine in 2 minutes. And she looks like she got control of the dragon as well. Look how she controlled the dragon to sit down there. Man, she needs to sit.
Yeah, that's the same dragon, right? Because you remember how you told me that because I was mistaken that Tyrion let the dragons out of the cave, but all he did was just take the locks off of them.
Yeah.
That's the same dragon that saved her last season in that fucking arena. Remember?
It was smaller then. It's bigger now.
Yeah, it was smaller than now. It's bigger.
Yeah.
But that's the same dragon she had that saved her last time. She has full control over that one.
Yeah, but because the dragon misses her, but the dragon still loses control every now and again anyway. The dragon will always lose out control, just the way they are. But they miss their mom because they're used to her. But the dragon's huge,
Yeah.
man. I'm like, what? You see the wingspan of it? It covers the whole army, man.
But bro, I was listening to your last one you did, right? And I agree with D-Star completely. Like the whole speech she did was so unnecessary. First of all, they were already following you after they seen you walk out of fire with not a mark on you and you killed all the calls.
Yeah.
So they were already following you. And secondly, you have a big ass fucking dragon. You don't need to give no speech. they know it's real.
Yeah, but you know
There's
what?
no speech necessary.
You know what she was doing? She was reiterating how powerful she was, man. And she's happy she got a dragon. And she's charging them up. Because remember, they're walking for miles, though, you know. They're on them horseback for miles. And they're like, oh, man, yeah, we're following the queen and stuff like that. But when they see the dragon, they see her pump, she's pumping them up again, man.
Yeah, but remember I told you last night that that dragon, that one dragon, because after you told me that the other two didn't get released, I told you that one dragon. Well, this was my thought that one dragon's been looking for her ever since, because she sensed him and he sensed her. Because when she went through that pass, you seen the dragon fly across, but he was coming towards her before. He knew where his.
They're lucky, yeah. That dragon, they're lucky, yeah. That dragon didn't come earlier. He would have flamed up everyone up in that.
Oh yeah.
They're lucky, bro. Because that was like, man, you send that Drogo over, he don't need to land. He just throws a fire down there. They all blitz. It will take them all out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But if the dragon threw fire, it seemed like he can't burn her. He can't burn her. He's like, she can just.
Nah, she can't be burned.
She can't be burned, man. But she
can't be burned.
Man, they can cut her throat still. She can still be killed, though. Fire can't burn her, but they can still cut her throat, though, if they want to.
Yeah, yeah. If the Mad King could die, she could die. But as far as fire, she could walk through it.
Yeah, that's weird. That's interesting, you know. Because when the other Mad Kings were doing that, they all got burned up, but she seemed somehow to withstand it. So I don't know what the heck's going on.
And her brother didn't get burned up, but he got like melted in gold.
Yeah, yeah. I like the brother, man. He was freaking crazy though. His brother, her brother was like, he was so much like Joffrey. The brother was crazy, man.
Yeah, he was crazy, bro. He wanted to have sex with his sister. He was just a weird dude,
Yeah,
man.
that's how they. Yeah, he was married. Yeah, he would have played. He didn't care if his sister fucked all the whole army. As long as he gets back the castle, that's what he cared about. That's what he cared, getting his head inherited.
And logically, he wasn't meant for it because he couldn't. She was always meant to be the mother of dragons because he couldn't produce the dragons. Only she could.
Yeah, but if the dragons came about, they would have listened to him. But but he had the gene like his dad. He's mad. He's tearing crazy, man. You can't. He's fucking crazy, man.
Bro, he had his sister. He was making his sister get naked in front of people so he could like sell her off to like,
Yeah,
like he was just.
Rocky. Yeah, he was sending off to the Rocky. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't give a fuck.
No. So what's your ranking? What's your rating for this Blood of My Blood? How'd you rank it? What's your rating?
I'll give it about an 8. I enjoyed the episode because it gave me.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why I give it an 8, bro. Because it gave me backstories on things I needed to know. I needed to know certain things, and it cleared that up for me. Like, cause I had theories. Like I told you, I had theories that fucking dragon. Like I told you last night, I had theories that dragon was coming for his mother the whole time. We hadn't seen it, but I told you that last night. I had a theory that dragon was gonna come find his mother regardless. And so what happens in the episode? The dragon's coming towards her. She didn't find that dragon. That dragon found her. So there's some kind of weird connection those dragons have with her that if their mother's in trouble, they can sense it and they come for her. That's one. I liked seeing Sam's backstory. That's two. I like that Aya didn't poison that broad, and it showed that Aya's not really a killer, and she's not going to go down that path. So that's telling me Aya's going to end up killing that crazy broad next week, hopefully, because I hate that broad, and she's going to end up working her way back towards Jon Snow and all of them. Aya's going to end up going back to her family, or maybe she goes towards Bran. Who knows? But she's going to end up meeting up with her family sooner or later. So it just showed me certain things, and I still want to know who the hell Blackfish is, because like I told you, I don't remember Blackfish. But
Go ahead.
No, they keep mentioning him, but I can't remember him in episode. I know you said he was at the
Red
Wedding.
Yeah,
I know, but I just don't remember that. I remember the episode, but I just don't remember him in it.
Yeah, he wasn't much in it, but yeah, I remember him. It was a very good. He's a very good actor. Like these talking about the acting. I wasn't too caught up in Sam's dad, man. I didn't think that was. I don't think. I'm used to like the actors like what's his name again? The guy from the Tyrion's dad. Man, that guy's a G, bro. You know what I mean? That guy's an actor, bro.
Tywin, the guy that played Tywin's a hell of an actor, man.
That guy is and the guy who played the Free-Eyed Sparrow, good. You know what I mean? The Free-Eyed Sparrow.
Yeah, he was good.
He was good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't rolling with this Sam's dad. I thought Sam's dad would have been a better. They could have found someone else, man. To be honest.
Bro, but when they showed you Sam's dad, it showed you why Sam is the way he is, because his dad is such an asshole.
That's a bully, man, for real.
Exactly, and that's why Sam is so meek and so quiet, because his dad probably beat the shit out of him his whole life, treated him like garbage, so that's why Sam doesn't have no confidence. That's why Sam didn't even know how to get no pussy. He didn't even know how to deal with that woman. She had to take, you saw how that happened, she had to take full control. He don't know nothing about nothing, because his dad fucked him up.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And another thing, how does anybody believe that blonde-haired, crystal blue-eyed baby is Sam's and that wildlings? That kid don't look nothing like either one of them, bruh.
But when the dad found out it's a wildling, see, the dad ain't no fool, man. The dad know what's going on. He know that baby ain't his.
It's because she said that one thing. She said north of the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he knows how they are. Wildlings are fucking.
Yeah. He should. If she wouldn't have said that, his dad wouldn't have never found out.
Yeah, but she ain't gonna say that because she always tells the truth.
Yeah, exactly. Wildlings don't lie.
No,
they don't really know. They don't know. They don't really have the ability to lie. They're very honest.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, man, to be fair, man, I was like, man, like I said, I want higher in the episode or two. That's just my take, you know. I want higher.
I like it.
Yeah, I know you did.
I mean, this might have been one of the worst episodes of the season, but I like all the episodes because they all serve a purpose for me. They all mean something to the story. Like it's all leading up to something, and I like seeing the bits and pieces get put together. This is why, like I'll tell you, I like these type of shows that take a while to fulfill shit because it's all leading to one big climax, and I like that. I don't want the shows to get to the point quick because if they get to the point quick, then the show ends quick. Just drag that shit along.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. I mean, the whole door thing was genius, bro. Beautiful.
Yeah, it was genius. That
was like these people, like George R. R. Martin. Big up to George R. R. Martin. I mean, bro, he's creativity and thinking of that the whole thing. I mean, man, whoever thinks of stuff like that, you know, for real. Who
but I don't know. That's I wouldn't have never thought of no shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like that little bit right there, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is my show. But that's what I said. It's the best show on TV. So Umar's gave his rating. Umar, predictions for next week.
Okay, predictions for next week. I think. Oh man, I think Aya is gonna kill that crazy broad. I don't even know her name. I don't even think she has a name.
Waif. It's the Waif. That's what they call it. The Waif. Or the Reef.
The Wraith? The Reef, whatever her name is. I think Aya's gonna stick needle through that broad's throat. Because remember when Aya went into that cave and she blew the candle out, she knows that broad's coming, she's waiting for her. Aya's gonna kill her. Then I think Aya's gonna try to escape the city, and I think that man of many faces is probably gonna come after her. So there's gonna be a showdown with either him and Aya, or him and whoever Aya runs to. There's gonna be some type of showdown there. Maybe not next week, but that's gonna progress to that. Sam stole his father's Valerian sword, so they're on the run.
That's his sword by right. He told him it's his sword actually. He said because he said
he said he was gonna give it to his son, his firstborn son, but then he said you dishonored me, blah blah blah. You're not getting it.
Yeah,
so he took that. He took it, so I think his father might come after him. So there might be some kind of confrontation with that.
Okay.
What else happened in the episode that we could predict on? Obviously, next week, since they weren't on an episode, we're going to get an update on Jon Snow and Sansa as they go towards to find other armies. So that should be coming. We're going to figure out if they're going to have success in getting backup for their plan to go after Ramsay. I'm assuming that they're going to make Targaryen's going to make it back to Meereen with her dragon and probably kill all those mass motherfuckers that Tyrion made a little peace with. Probably gonna kill all those guys because Tyrion and that guy, that bald guy, whatever what's my man's name? The bald guy, EJ. Varys, yeah, Varys. Tyrion and Varys made the little peace with. I'm assuming because now that they made the peace with them, they know who's been involved with trying to kill her. So that was smart that they did. They have the information. So once she gets back to the city, she's going to know exactly who to wipe out. So I'm assuming she's going to wipe them out either next episode or the episode after that. They're all going to get wiped out. And what else happened? I think that redheaded guy with the beard, I don't know his name, but I know the episode before he was eyeballing that big blonde dyke broad. He like her. They going to end up getting together sooner or later. So yeah, he had that cheese-eating grin looking at her big behind, bro. He like her. So that's gonna happen sooner or later. And I don't know, man. I still wait. And Ramsay has Jon Snow's other brother, right?
Yeah, he has his younger brother. Yeah.
He has his younger brother, right? So I want to see what's going on. I think maybe they'll reveal if he really has them because they didn't prove that he had them. He just said he had him and the wolf, but you haven't seen them since last season, so who knows if he really has them.
Nah, that's him, man. That's the young boy from back in the days. But the wolf, I reckon, people think that wasn't the real wolf there, and they reckon they're setting Ramsay up to get fucked. Because listen to this, right? So all of a sudden, Roose Bolton dies, and all of a sudden they bring him there. They bring the Stark boy in there. Man, that's too cool. Why didn't they bring him early when Roose was there? Why didn't they wait till Roose to die?
And another thing, EJ, they didn't even show you that he's there. He just sent a letter saying he's there. They didn't show anything.
Yeah, but they know he's there. The boy is there. They know he's there. They know he's there. But I'm wondering why did they come late? But it doesn't matter. The boy's in there. Ramsey's got them with the other guy. So we have to see what happens, man. Ramsey gonna get his eventually.
So how many more? There's only 2 wolves left now. There's Jon Snow's wolf that was at the wall when they were in the room and they were about to remember earlier in the season where the guy was like, you have till nightfall to make a decision. The wolf was in the room with him.
Yeah. He's talking about Castle Black. He's talking about
Castle Black. Yeah, Castle Black. That wolf's alive, and then the young brother's wolf alive. There's only 2 left.
Yeah, there's only 2. Yeah, they're dire wolves. There's only 2 dire wolves.
Yeah, there's only 2 dire wolves. There's Jon Snow's wolf, and then there's the young brother's wolf. All the rest of them are dead now.
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. I just look forward to every Sunday, bro. I just look forward to every Sunday.
Well, you done your prediction, man. Well, but for the people listening, man, you can interact, man. Find Ben Umar on YouTube. Leave your comments in the comment section, man. It's been a good show. And boy, Game of Thrones is popping, boy. Like, hopefully, I was looking to get Chris, maybe like D-Stars on Chris and thing for a finale. But for now, Umar's gonna be getting his take on the show. D-Stars do his show. I was looking to get Chris's take because Chris has come up. But Umar, anything else you want to add to the show before we finish?
I mean, you can give your predictions because I didn't hear that. But
yeah,
besides that,
prediction is boy, Faith Militant get killed, but I'm done with that now. I want to see. I want Jon Snow. Jon Snow do something, man. Jon Snow do something. Hopefully, he meets up with Ramsey and works Ramsey. Ramsey gets killed, man. Something needs to happen, bro. You know what I mean? Something needs to happen. It's dread. It's too slow post. It needs to move, man. I didn't like this episode. Pissed me off, so I'm kind of grumpy right now. But anyway,
I agree with you on that. Ramsey Bolton because EJ told me there's only 10 episodes this season, so by the 10th episode, if Ramsey Bolton ain't dead, I'm gonna be pissed off. He needs to go.
Yeah, that's right.
And the Faith Militant for EJ, they need to go. So hopefully we both get our wish.
Yeah, they need to go as well. All right, well, we made our predictions. Well, we'll see you guys next week, season 6, episode 7. And it's from EJ Boxing Live, from Ben Umar. We catch you next one. Peace.
Peace, people.